hungry and playing with matches.
Well, it's against regulations, but why don't you hop on my engine? Whee! It's called I-4. Oh, there's our signal.
First class. Once again, J. Thaddeus Toad has the last laugh. Toad, I am the poor grandmother.
Yes, and I'm Sherlock Holmes. This isn't another one of your silly ideas, is it? Caravans, cars, no dressing up in women's clothing.
Shh, this is my disguise.
Well, I penetrated it. Remember, it was my idea.
Who are you?
Don't you recognise me? I'm not in disguise. I'm one of your ex-employees, Cyril.
Oh, Cyril, of course, my trusty steed, my long-lost friend.
Cue for bottom smacking.
What are you doing here?
Well, after the caravan incident, my doctor advised me to seek employment in a, as it were, less stressful occupation. One where motor cars didn't come up behind me and without so much as a by your leave, lift me on the bottom. Hence, the barge coming slowly round the corner. The lady on the barge is the barge lady, my new employer. Prunella she isn't. But her pie and peas is to cooking what Michelangelo was to ceiling painting. I can introduce you.
No. She mustn't know we know each other. There, old fellow.
Don't do that, sorry.
Nice morning, Ma.
Oh, is it? Not for the poor, unhappy grandma, who this very morning got a letter from her married daughter telling her to drop everything and come at once. Are you a mother, Ma?
I was once. Tell me, where's this married daughter of yours now living now?
Near the river, Ma. Not far from an elegant, self-contained gentleman's residence called Toad Hall. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Toad Hall, eh? Just so happens I'm going that way myself.
Oh.
What part of it? One more don't bother, Cyril. Does it, Cyril?
No. Why draw the line at one? One grandma doesn't make any difference at all. In fact, why not invite the entire Women's Institute, plus all those dependent relatives? Cyril doesn't mind. The more the merrier.
He's cheered up. He was a bit depressed earlier on. Anyway, off we go. I will not be having that. Come here. I will be ridiculous. What a horrible, scaly little hand.
Did you see that? Did you see it?
Here, what are you doing?
I'm riding you back to Toad Hall.
You can't do that.
Oi! Stop that! Stop that this instant!
I've got a bad back. Besides, I'm quite happy here. My only complaint is it lacks a bit of civilization.
Cyril is a toad. And Grandma is a toad.
I'll give you civilization. I'll give you as much civilization as you want.
Ooh, can I have a run at the library?
Yes, yes.
And you won't mind if I put my nose in a good book?
No.
Because I like a bit of Tennyson now and again.
She's getting out of the barge.
Come here, you horrible little toad. Listen, this horse is my property.
Property? I'm not your property. I'm not anybody's property. Come on, Toad, let's go. Property indeed. All property is fake.
Go, Cyril. Get him, Cyril. Here we are.
Norman, the lady seems a trifle upset. Why don't you inquire as to why? And Norman, sensitively,
Hello, darling. Why the waterworks?
Oh, I've got nobody to pull my barge.
Come again, lad?
I've been robbed.
Stupid cow's been robbed, Chief.
who by, Norman? Who by?
Who buy my little slice of suet?
Well, a toad. A slimy little toad. He stole my
I
horse.
like the story. A toad stealing a horse. A toad. A toad.
Ask her which way they went, Norman.
That way.
Come on, and quickly.
Having eluded their pursuers, Toad and Cyril came upon a gypsy, eating stew from a pot.
Can you smell something?
Well, it's not me.
Stew! I can smell stew! Oh, good evening, Mrs. Gypsy.
Good evening, Washerwoman.
Oh, that looks like a lovely stew. I could do with some stew.
And I could do with a new horse. Fancy selling yours?
What? Me sell this beautiful young horse of mine? No, it's out of the question.
I should think so too.
Shut up. I'm far too fond of him, and he simply dotes on me.
I'll give you a shilling a leg.
A shilling a leg.
What are you up
Don't
to?
shut up, I'm trying to count. 1, 2, 3, no. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, it comes to 2, but I think it should come to 4. But I could never think of accepting only 4 shillings for a horse like this.
I should think not.
Keep quiet.
All right. 5. But it's more than it's worth.
Oh, it's a scandal.
Shh, I have a plan. Look here, Gypsy. This is my final offer. 6 and 6 cash down, plus as much stew as I can eat in that pot.
All right. That's a wicked price. Here you go.
Goodbye, old friend.
Goodbye. I thought you said you had a plan.
Yes, this is it. 6 and 6 cash and as much stew as I can eat.
But what about me?
No, Cyril, you will have to stop thinking about yourself all the time. It creates a very unfortunate impression. Bye! Don't work too hard.
Oh, why did I let Toad take me in? I was quite happy pulling the barge. I was quite happy at Toad Hall. Now I'm going to have to walk the back streets pulling a rag and bone cart for the rest of my days. Never more to gallop in green pastures.
Come on, you.
Oh.
Toad does it again. Home to his very gate. A change of clothes, a respectable life. Friends in every night, and no more motor cars. Never. Not worth far. I'm... Halt!
Who goes there?
Oh, stuff and nonsense, you weasel. I am 2. And I don't care that I'm back so
You
moving.
stop there. Toad's got 20 years in prison and deserves every last minute. You're an imposter. 20 years until Tony gets out of prison. Until then, we Rollers have got him.
Got what?
Well, got Toad Hall, of course. Very comfortable too. And improvement wood. Don't let me catch you round here again, matey, or it will be your head next time.
I'll be revenged. Oh, happy
That same night at Badger's house, Mole and Rat sat around the fire, and there was a knock at the door.
Why, it's a poor old lady. Let's take her over by the fire.
Thank you very much.
What are you doing here?
Well,
Well, I never. But are you afraid of the police?
I, too, afraid of the police. The police! Help! Hide me!
I told you I would debt to society and you must pay. Load it. Open the door. Let me go there.
Oh, it's Badger!
Oh, I forgot my front door key. Oh, I've just been up to Toad Hall and it is ablaze with light. Oh, poor unhappy Toad. If he were here right now, I'd tell you about
Angus!
Toady! Oh! Toady!
Yes, Badger?
You're wearing a dress.
Yes, Badger. I thought so.
Toad, go into the bedroom and look in the wardrobe. You'll find a choice of tweeds. When you've found something suitable, bring this thing out here and we'll burn it.
Oh, but Badger...
Toad!
Yes, Badger?
Now there are hundreds of weasels encamped at Toad Hall.
Bandits!
And as we have seen, their attack is quite pointless.
Yes. Incredibly pointless.
They will shoot on sight. Surprise is my answer. There are some underground tunnels that lead from my house right up into the middle of Toad Hall.
They'll be fixed in. Tonight is the Chief Weasel's birthday, and so we'll sneak quietly out.
With our pistols and sticks.
Right after.
And we're rushing upon them.
And we'll whack them and whack them and whack them and we'll learn them!
Right.
It was an excellent plan, cunning, contrived, but extremely dangerous. And it would work, only if each did his part. The odds against them were tremendous.
When do we move?
Right away. But it's going to be a tough fight. So I, for one, am prepared to take a wee nap.
I'm still worried about the sentries.
Now, Norman, what are your orders?
Right, we should let nobody pass, but if they do, we should stop at nothing to prevent them. Is that right?
More or less. Just keep your eyes open.
Rat's orders to burn the washerwoman's dress must have been ignored, because here comes Mole wearing it.
Who comes there?
Oh, forgive me for saying so, but it should be who goes there.
Coming or going, you have no business here.
Oh, yes, I am. I've come to see if you want any washing done today.
Not today, we're on duty.
Or any other time, I bet. What's the trouble, Norman? Move along, my good woman. Move along. Don't you, my good woman, me. And as for moving along, it won't be me who'll be moving along
Badger's house, Badger is still in his armchair, while Rat is making separate piles of weapons and equipment.
There's a pistol for Badger, there's a pistol for Rat, there's a pistol for Mole, there's a pistol for Toad, there's a lantern for Badger, there's a lantern for Rat, there's a lantern for Mole, there's a lantern for Toad. And one more thing, there's a sticking plaster for Badger, there's a sticking plaster for Rat, there's a sticking plaster for Mole, and a sticking plaster for Toad.
I don't like to criticise, but do you really think that all this stuff is really necessary?
Well, I just think it's better to be on the safe side.
I mean, just give me a stick and I'll clear the whole lot of them.
So could I. Good. Yeah.
Well, you better get into all this bee club.
Oh, easy peasy, Badger. I'll learn them to steal my house. I'll
Tell me
learn.
that's not your pile, that's your pile. And don't say learn them, it's not good English.
Why do you keep criticising Toad for? He speaks perfectly good English, just the way like I do. Now, if it's good enough for him, it's certainly good enough for me.
I'm sorry, Badger, I just really think it ought to be teach them, not learn them.
We're past the point of teaching them. We want to learn them.
Ah.
Well, I suppose you're right, as usual. Can't do anything right nowadays. Learn, teach them, learn.
Right.
Mole, where have you been? And you've got that thing on now. What is happening?
Oh, I've been up to Toad Hall putting wind up the sentries. I told them that the place was going to be attacked by hundreds of bloodthirsty badgers and hordes of stuff-at-nothing toads.
Oh, you silly ass, Mo. You've gone and spoilt everything.
Just for once, Moley, I think Toad might be right.
Oh, well, just a wee second there. Can I ask you what sort of an effect this had upon the sentries?
Well, they were very upset and they started running this way and that and saying they wouldn't know which way to turn. I'm sorry, Badger. I thought I was doing the right thing.
No, and so you were. They'd be completely demoralised. I'll tell you what, you have more sense in that wee little finger than these two have in their fat little bodies.
Oh, there's no need to get personal, Badger.
Zero hour!
Moley, old chap, if what Badger says is true, then I think it's going to be a pretty big show tonight, and I want you to know that if anything should happen to me, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Good luck, old boy. Do well.
And now, Lord Willows, we are here today to celebrate the Chief Weasel's birthday.
Thank you, yes. I would like to make an announcement. When Fox, Stoat, Weasel and Company first moved into Town Hall, it was a typical English country estate, run on traditional lines, hospitable, comfortable, and competitive. In a word, slack. After 3 months of what you might call calculated decrepitude, which has dramatically reduced its market value, and since the previous owner is now a convicted criminal, your trustees have been able to purchase the property at a knockdown price. I have the very deeds in my hand. Town Hall's ours! And we plan to convert it into a nice mix of executive apartments and office accommodation, with a marina and a cafe or two shoved on the side with benches and toilets. We are confident that this run-down stately home can be made into a viable financial enterprise, and we shall call it the Town Hall Park Lunaria Centre. Hooray!
And now, Lord Willows, we are here today to celebrate the Chief Weasel's birthday.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
But before I resume my seat, I would like to purpose a toast to our host, Mr. Toad!
Yeah.
Honest Toad, modest Toad. To all absent toads alive, stay safe.
going to say this, but I think we ought to have some wee celebration.
I quite agree. Oh, I don't want to stay indoors writing mouldy old invitations. I want to go around my property telling everyone the news.
Toad!
I eat every word. Write the invitations I shall this very minute. I know just how the proceedings should go. What I think would be appropriate would be a few remarks about our prison system, followed by some thoughts on the state of our railways, which would lead naturally into a short disquisition on England's inland waterways, possibly ending with a song.
No speeches.
No songs? Not one. No songs.
Mayn't he sing just one little song?
No, Lowly. Now come along, Toadie. Time to turn over a new leaf. This will be a turning point in your career.
My friends, it was just a small thing I asked. Merely leave to blossom and expand for the last time. Just once more to hear that tumultuous applause that always seems to be somehow to bring about my best qualities, yes. But you are right, I know, and I am wrong. Henceforth, I will be a very different Toad, I solemnly promise. You shall never have occasion to blush for me again. But oh dear, oh dear. This is a hard world.
Oh, poor Toadie.
Don't you hurt it, Toadie?
And to you, my dear barge person, all of you have contributed to my escape, and without you, I would not be standing here today.
Do you have room for one more?
Oh, why, yes, of course. Yes.
Excellent. Then I order you be pardoned in
No speech. I'm just so happy to see you all enjoying Toad Hall and its gardens. I'd like, in the future, to share it with you, not just as a house, but as a place for all sorts of occasions. Open-air Shakespeare, perhaps. Yes, the taming of the toad. With actors.
Give us a song. Tell us about the fire.
No, I've nothing to say about that. Badger was the mastermind, and Mole and Rat did most of the fighting, and I merely served in the ranks in different times too.
Toad is different now, isn't he?
Oh, yes. Completely cured.
I wouldn't have believed it if I'd not seen it, but it's true. He's an altered Toad.
To the new Toad.
To the new Toad!
Say, Lowly, can you hear that?
Yeah, what's that? What's that around? You fellows!
Now let us weigh up our judgment carefully. We moles, rats, and badgers, don't we envy him just a little bit? I know I do. So when you speak of the fabulous characters and the most fabulous, there will always be, well, to me at least, the master of Toad Hall.